The log is off.
Good afternoon, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're recording in the afternoon, which makes a bit of a change.
It
I've
didn't
always,
seem right
I've,
when I said it, though.
I've been pondering. We always have a discussion about who's going to start us off, so we don't just sit there saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there wondering, maybe we should just start talking and then randomly press record, and we just start where we are in that conversation, because inevitably, mind you, some of it's unbroadcastable, I suppose.
You shouldn't have told us that because that'll just freak us out now.
Imagine just catch
You
yourself off guard talking about dog poo or something in parks.
Mate, I have to apologise for my hair.
Well, you sent me a WhatsApp earlier in the week, and you'd just been doing a bit of exercise, so it didn't look too bad. But no, I'm assuming you haven't just been doing some exercise today.
No.
And it looks like a bag of shit.
I don't understand what's happening in my hair. It's broke. Is that possible?
Maybe you just need a bit of nourishment in it.
Well, yeah. I've tried to get a cut a few times this week, and when you go to the barbers and there's like 70 people, you just think, I can't be asked to wait there.
I thought you were going to say, I'm not touching that. Barbers get that sometimes, mustn't they? They must get some people. Yeah, must get some people that go in and they go, "I'm sorry, I can't cut that."
Yeah, I'll be physically sick if I cut your hair.
Do you remember in one of the barbers in Washington? I think it was Fame in Concord. It used to have a notice on the wall saying, "We will only cut clean hair" or something like that.
Yeah, it was. It was Fame.
Oh,
God, that was a memory unlocked. I forgot all about that.
So they must have had issues with that.
Yeah, well, you can imagine in Concord, if you get turned away from DJs, you go around the corner to Fame. That's literally the only reason people went to Fame, was DJs were too busy.
I think I would wear gloves if I was a barber. Apparently, I was talking to my barber last time I was in, and I said to her, "You must just be sick of hair." And she said, "Oh, hair is like literally just my life. It's everywhere. So I wake up in the morning, I've got hair. I'm cooking food, hair." So I'm like, "Oh." She said, "The worst ones you get hair splinters. So it's it's like a spelk, but it's hair and it's someone else's hair." And she said they get infected and stuff, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
So I know the perils of being a barber.
I couldn't do that.
I know. Hair's weird. Even when I've had my hair cut, it takes us like 3 days to get the hair off my shirt.
Oh, speaking of things, that's completely irrelevant. Segue this, but I've found the hardest thing in the world. Do you know what it is?
Astrophysics.
Nope.
Harder than astrophysics.
Harder than astrophysics.
Nuclear fusion.
No, harder than nuclear fusion. Harder than quantum science. Harder than brain surgery.
Tapping your head and rubbing your tummy?
No, I can do that. It's easy. I'm not going to because my hair's already a shit. It's opening a bank account for a 16-year-old.
You have mentioned this to me, yeah.
So I booked an appointment because they don't have open banks now. Some banks are open for like 30 seconds a week. And some of them that have hubs where you go and they're open for a period of time and you pick an appointment.
Is that the post office thing?
No. So in the galleries in Washington, sorry if no one knows where Washington is, but this is the story. The Barclays have got a hub upstairs, which is basically a desk with a gazebo over the top of it, right? So I booked an appointment.
I take it they don't do cash.
No, that's what it says when we get there. We don't do cash. Brilliant. So I'd already been during the week with my son and we'd got the dates wrong. So I got there and I was like, I've got an appointment. And the lad was like, you don't like. So I had to go back. That was my fault. So I booked an appointment to open a 16-year-old bank account. So
Why didn't you just open a new one?
Very good. Mate, honestly, I'm already raging about this, so don't make it worse. So we got there. Bearing in mind they'd rang us the day before, and this is the voicemail message. They said, "Oh, sorry, we're trying to get in touch with you. I'll try and ring you in the morning." Right? They didn't ring in the morning. So I took them to this appointment and they said, "I'm sorry, but you can't open that type of account here. You have to do it in the branch." I went, "Well, what's this then?" And she went, "This is just a hub." I went, "Well, why did it let us make the appointment here to open a 16-year-old bank account, 16-year-old's bank account, if I can't do it here?" She went, "I don't know." So I'm not going to be able to open it today. I'm afraid not. Do you want us to make you an appointment at the branch? Where's the nearest branch? Sunderland. Okay,
Wow.
I guess.
So that's
I'm
what.
sorry. I'm
8
sorry,
mile
but that's I'm sorry, but Sunderland's closed for refurbishment. Well, don't say it then. Don't say that.
So where can I go? London, head office.
Yes, she said the other ones, the nearest one's South Shields or Newcastle. So I was like, well, Newcastle then, but it'll have to be a Saturday. We've got nothing on a Saturday for like 6
We don't
weeks.
open on a Saturday.
South Shields. You say when I came in, the only place you're going to be able to do it is South Shields if you want to do it on a weekend day. So anyway, she went, oh, actually, you'll be able to do a video call. And I was like, okay, we'll do that then. She went, are you free at 3:30 this afternoon? I was like, well, I can be if we can get this sorted out. She went, do you bank with us? I went, no. She went, oh, you won't be able to do a video call then. Stop telling us things I can't do.
Do you earn over £1 million a year? Oh, well, you can't have a high earners bank account. Did you actually get it open?
No. So,
have you thought about just doing an online bank? Because they're like easy to open.
The problem I've got is though they all want photo ID, and he hasn't got a photo ID, so I've now applied for a photo ID.
I think you can just do it. I don't think maybe I did. Maybe
you can't.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, this has been our life for 6 weeks trying to open a bank. Santander, I think I mentioned this on the last one, couldn't get their heads around the fact he's got a different surname to us, despite the fact our surnames are just his names, but both of them.
Yeah.
So my surname and my missus' surname is his double-barreled surname. They just couldn't work that out.
You were like woke before woke existed.
Aye. My name comes last as well, so
double woke.
We don't mention it.
So I think the last time I opened a bank account, I did my main bank was with NatWest, who I've got to say, as a bank was pretty good. Probably the best bank I've ever had. I've had a few. I had a co-op bank account. The co-op, just at the time when the head of the bank, the CEO of the bank, the Reverend someone, got done for prostitutes and crack cocaine. No hypocrisy there then. So what are you doing?
I'm just drinking lager on the That was so autopilot. I can't believe it. I've finished it now though, so.
So you were just casually drinking a bottle of Stella?
I might edit that out.
9 o'clock in the morning, mate.
I've got a problem.
I forgot what I was saying now. You took us off guard there.
Cracking.
NatWest. So the NatWest are pretty good. But you've got to do this thing when you're doing internet banking where you've got to, every time you do like set up a new payment or something like that, it wants you to take a photograph of yourself. So you've got to it's
really?
Like, yeah. But like if you're like buying off a website or something like that, it's a security feature that you've got to go on the app and like do a security check, which is really weird.
I wouldn't like that.
And I got a Starling bank account as well, which is pretty good. And you've got to like record messages so they can get your voice and all this sort of stuff. It's quite clever.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. It's, Santander does that. You've got to say my voice is my password or something.
Yeah. I think you're telling us about that. Yeah, I've had
Sam mumbled it and it didn't pick it up. Yeah. So he literally had to go moo moo moo. Anyway, banks. That's all I've got to say.
Why don't you just open another bank account and just give it to him?
Well, I think once we get the photo ID, it'll be sorted, it'll be fine. But it was just we didn't have that.
How is he 16 without a bank account?
Because he just never needed one.
I'm sure
not like he's working.
I'm sure I had a bank account like when I was like born.
Yeah. NatWest Pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all did. But we're just giving money when he needs. He likes cash to start. He's a cash guy.
Good joke, because you can't get any of that in Washington, apparently.
I know.
On the banking hub. Right, shall we have a beer? Well, I was going to say, shall we have a beer? But it looks like you've already had half a crate.
I'm so sorry. I've had one little bottle of beer. I can't believe that's the first time that lager's been drank on the Lagers Off podcast.
I think you've got to. So does that cover Belgium then?
Well, it covers Staffordshire or wherever.
Beers of Around the World, Part 6. We're going to the
11.
Garden Brewery. The Garden Brewery, and this is an Imperial coconut maple syrup and cacao stout, brewed in conjunction with Willy Bald.
Is your Willy?
Do you know what? I once tried to shave my Willy and it like cut.
I don't think we could say Willy.
No, sorry.
It's just too weird.
Willy Bald.
Hang on, what? You tried to shave your what?
Willy with the letter.
Willy Bald.
It cut it. Yeah, exactly. Let's move on. Yes, it's an Imperial Stout, so this is 8.2%. I got really distracted there. And this technically covers two countries for us. It covers Croatia, which is where the Garden Brewery are from, and also Canada, where Willy Bald are from.
As I've got to do 2 facts.
I'd like 2 facts, please. Have you
All
prepared?
right, well, yeah, of course. So Croatia fact is, Croatia has the smallest recognised town in the world. The town is called Hum, H-U-M, and has a population of 30 people and measures 100 metres long.
Thank you. Brilliant fact.
I was not expecting this to be a stout, even though you just said it's a stout.
And what about Canada?
Oh, yeah. Well, if anyone's listened to the podcast over the past few years, they'll know that I've been to Canada, which is probably the only country I'll have been to on this journey of beers.
This, I don't know what, for some reason, like 100 episodes in, we've just completely forgotten the whole format of what we're trying to do here. I was just about to take a drink there.
Yeah, we need to get back to basics.
Yeah.
Fact about Canada, hang on. Here's a good one, beer related. They're known for having the oldest brewery in North America.
And which brewery is that?
It is cookies. Yep. It is. Right, just fill time.
Anyway, thank you, Wikipedia. Right.
It's not
Bottoms
Wikipedia,
up.
it's actually, it's thefactfile.org.
Cheers.
Cheers. I can't find that, so you just...
Now I have to be honest. My can hasn't been in the fridge at all.
That is mine, actually.
So it's a little bit warm. Have you got any funk in your glass?
No. I can't see.
I've got a lot of funk in mine. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that one later. What about the can art, mate? We haven't... Again, trying to stick on format.
It's all right. It's actually...
Thanks for that, Wordsworth.
But, you know what, though? You're right. We've been really lazy with our standard items on this podcast recently, because I think we've had some bottle art, so we haven't bothered. But this is sort of back to the sort of aluminium can wrap art that we used to. It's all right. I do like that font as well. If anyone knows what that font is.
We held up a pink bottle and didn't make a knob gag, for God's sake. That's how how far off form we are.
I think we should record that episode again. And
just because of that.
Yeah.
Right. I've got, speaking of features, I've got another kick in the head. Someone I'd just like to kick in the head. And it's not particularly topical now because it's kind of passed a little bit. But I'd like to make a nomination for Angela Rayner.
Oh, yeah. Second that.
And how can someone seemingly so intelligent be so stupid? Or is it all just so endemic in the government that everyone pisses in each other's pots that they forget that they've got to actually have a public face?
I think the arrogance of these types of civil servants is astounding. I can do what I want. But I don't even think it's that deliberate. It's just, I'm just going to do this and not think about what the repercussions might be.
And they're looking after the country. Now, we know, as people will know, we don't like politics corner very much on here. But I feel like we should be going into it at the moment, because We've got in a Labour government now, and Labour is for the people. Okay, I agree. I don't think they inherited the country in a very good, very good way. Yeah, the country in a very good way. But Jesus Christ, I've never had less money in my life. Just getting bashed left, right, and centre for absolutely everything.
It's ridiculous, and it's things that they could actually help prevent. Like, oh, do you know how the energy companies are just saying that they want more money every month? Maybe put a stop to that.
Yeah. Or the one that got me is the interest rate. So they dropped the Bank of England interest rate, and obviously that matches bank account interest rates. So basically, any money you've got in goes down, but your bank rate, if you're borrowing, goes down as well. So it's just like it never
Do you
works.
think making these decisions based on their own situation? So, like, obviously they'll have houses paid for and decent salaries. Probably never spend much money. And they're like, well, I've never had as much money in my life. What are people getting on about?
And they get their dinner for free at the Houses of Parliament. They get a second house for free. They get a bar for free. They get all their travel for free. They get an office for free, fully paid and furnished.
And then they normally hire the wife or husband as some kind of like admin for 40 grand a year.
Yeah. So I feel a bit deflated, mate, by the whole political landscape at the moment.
Yeah, we're definitely getting now.
But it could be worse. We could have the Tories. No, it could be worse. We could have UKIP. Basically, we've got no relevant party.
But the thing is, the answer to politicians isn't other politicians, is it? That's the problem.
Farage has been getting a bit of a hard time recently, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's another one that, well, I think you said it eloquently in season 1 of this podcast when you said he looks like he'd smell. Roast coffee and nicotine.
Yeah, he's like substitute teacher breath, isn't he?
Yeah. Honking breath.
So,
probably,
sir,
yeah, not so close. What? Say it, don't spray it. Yeah, so I feel deflated by politics at the moment, and also it's having a knock-on effect on everything because some of the supermarket prices out there are absolutely insane. Olive oil, right? That's not a wanky thing to say, is it? Everyone in the UK uses olive oil now, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not like
it's a staple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like it's a specialist thing, is it? Like it used to be. Like okay, fair enough, you might not get double extra virgin olive oil or whatever, but bog standard cooking olive oil is like £8 or something like that.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And I like the decent extra virgin stuff. I saw a bottle of something that was once I thought it was expensive, right? And it was £9. It's now £21 for the same amount.
Unbelievable. Even things like tins of tuna are like ridiculously expensive. Pasta, you used to be able to buy what was it called? Value or whatever it was, Sainsbury's Value, Tesco Value. I don't think I do it anymore, but you used to be able to buy beans for like 8p a can, didn't you?
Yeah.
I bet you can't do that now.
No, definitely not. And I don't know about you, but every time I leave the shop now, regardless of how big or little my shop is, every time I get to the till, I go, hell.
Yeah. What like a big shop used to be, 100, 120 quid?
Not even that at one point. I mean, if you went to like Sainsbury's or you weren't asked and you just got what you wanted, probably about that.
Yeah,
depending on how many people you cater for.
But you get a full trolley full. You'd get one where you can't really get much more in, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You'd have all your meats and your freezer stuff and your fresh produce. And
I reckon that's stroking 250 quid now.
Yeah, easy. It's got to the point where it's like people who are on sort of decent money are going, I can't afford to get the things I would normally get. Even like Aldi and Lidl are expensive now. And where does this end?
Do you know how much a pack of cigarettes is these days?
20 quid?
This came on a radio station the other day, and it was £20 for a packet of cigarettes.
How are people affording to smoke 20?
People can't be smoking 80 a day anymore, can they?
No, that's like 80 quid.
God, no maths, mate. No maths. Should I do 5 packets? Should I do 100 a day just to make it easier?
Once I struggled with 80 and he'd already given us the number.
But I mean that's insane, isn't it? That is absolutely insane. So anyway, I'd like to kick Angela Rayner in the head just for being a buffoon, which I think is probably the soundest word for it.
But if you were in the market to buy a second property and someone said, I can save you 40, 50 grand on stamp duty, would you do it?
I think the difference is you're not Chancellor Exchequer or whatever she is.
The person who's saying we should be paying more tax.
Yeah. Isn't she is she Deputy Prime Minister?
She was.
She was, yeah. So maybe think about that a little bit more. If someone says, why don't you do this through a shell company? Think, that sounds a bit dodgy. Probably not.
Yeah, I should probably keep my morals about us, at least while I'm in office.
Because there's no one in the government that I'm close to that knows anything about fiscal stimulus or anything that I could get some advice from, is there? I'll just take it from a backstreet accountant who tells us I might be able to save some tax, you idiot. This is why I need a kicker in the head. Well, yeah. So speaking of massively inflated prices, I was going to work in the office last week. And I stopped by. I sometimes treat myself to a little Costa coffee on the way to work.
Oh, look at you.
I know. £3.60. £3.60. That's a lot for a coffee, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
From the machine, that is, not the shop.
Not the actual barista.
Yeah. So I stopped at the Co-op, and they've got like one of those fancy Costa machines in there. And I got myself a coffee. And as it was brewing, which seems to take longer than actually is necessary to brew a coffee, but I was looking around and I happened upon the chocolate stand. So it's like not, remember all the chocolate in newsagents used to be by the counter? It's not anymore. It's like up one of the aisles. And it caught us off guard. I was shocked. I actually gasped when I looked at some of the prices of chocolate. Right now, I was so shocked, I took a picture of it just so I could remember. So let's go for just a staple chocolate, okay?
Yeah.
So let's go a standard. So when I say standard, I couldn't see like a Mars bar or a Snickers. I had class as really standard chocolate. So the most standard I can do is a Whisper, a Flake, or a Crunchy. Right? Yeah. All a similar price. Mm-hmm. How much do you think a Whisper, Flake, or Crunchy is in the Co-op?
Are they all the same price or are they different prices?
They're all the same price.
Right. I'm going to go, I don't know, 90 pence.
90 pence, okay. So I'd have gone, like, without thinking about it, I'd have gone 60 pence. I thought that'd be fair. The Whisper, the Flake, the Picnic, the Cadbury's Boost, all your favourites. Your a Turkish Delight, a Dime Bar, packet of buttons, Crunchy, Twirl. £1.20.
What?
£1.20 for a chocolate bar. That used to be the price of 20 tabs.
Because when we were kids, I reckon Mars bars were 20 pence?
I was trying to think this. at the time, and I was thinking, what would you have paid? So I had like 35 pence in my head.
Yeah. So if I put Mars bar cost $19.90, I don't know. So there were 26p in 1985, was it? Is that right? It seems high. So 25 to 30, 30p in 1990.
There you go.
Yeah.
So going a bit further down the sweetie aisle, I got to some other classics that you might have that you'll certainly remember. The only one that I can't give the price of, which I wanted to, which is like the barometer for how expensive things are, was a Freddo bar. And unfortunately, the Freddo bar is there, but I've covered the price by accident. So I have to go for something else. So the next nearest for our era, a Wham bar.
Can you still get them?
You can get a Wham bar an original, still by Barrett's. So always 10p.
Can you remember Highland Toffees? Can you still get
Yeah,
that?
always 10p.
They were the boy or them. Not if you had like having teeth in your head, like, but they were nice. Wham
So,
bar. All right,
a wham
how
bar.
big are wham bars now? Because they were fairly big back in the day, weren't they?
So I think that if you remember, there used to be a couple of inches fat, and I think now
Oh,
they're
that's right.
like,
Yeah.
I think now they're a lot thinner.
They were girthy, weren't they?
They were
Rather
girthy
than long.
rather than now. I think they're shallow and not long.
So are they 90p?
65p for a wham bar.
Is this because of the sugar tax?
I've got no idea, but it just seemed. I was so shocked that I took this picture. That's how shocked I was. So, and then
Do
if
you
you
eat
go,
much chocolate though, mate?
no, not at all, really. I sometimes have a. Do you know the last chocolate I bought was a load of Kinder Buenos to make some cocktails with, to blend them up. So, and as I said last week, I do like a Snickers ice cream.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
But I don't, and I do have a chocolate biscuit with a cup of tea.
Yeah, that's fine. But like an actual, like a Mars bar. So I had this thing where I would get a Mars bar once a year,
Just for
just to see.
old time's sake.
Yeah, and I don't think I've had one for years.
Yeah, I can't. Occasionally, if I'm on a long drive, I might treat myself to a.
Cacao's repeating on you there.
Oh, did you hear that? Sorry. I'd sometimes treat myself to like I used to really like a double decker.
Yeah, I'm not fond of them.
And then you get a double decker now, and you get two normal sized double deckers in one. So that God knows
like
how
a
much that
bounty
costs.
situation.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, probably like a 1990s bounty size.
Yeah.
But now it's like two fully grown adult bars.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, so that absolutely shocked us. That so.
And have you seen? So in my local shop, which is just a sort of standard corner shop, on the counter they've got Dubai chocolate, right?
The wife does like a Dubai chocolate.
So it's, as far as I can see, it's changed a little bit. It used to be like pistachio cream inside, didn't it?
Yeah.
And now it's this weird fluffy that looks like sort of white cotton.
No, the one that we're getting is like it's like a pistachio paste with crispy bits in.
Yeah, but do you know how much it is? So it's sat on the desk of the counter where you go to pay, and it's like a sort of a what would you say, like a milker size one? You know the big milkers.
Yeah. Is it a lint one or is it?
No, I don't know. It's got Arabic writing on it, and I don't know. I can't read
So
that.
can I take a guess? Because I think I might know this.
Yeah. So how much is it for a bar of chocolate?
£10.
£10.
It's
I
obscene,
even said to the lad in the shop once, I was like, is anyone buying that? He said, oh yeah, there's quite a few people come in once a week and get it.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm like, why?
mad, isn't it? My daughter gets us some chocolate from like a specialist place, and it comes. It's that Dubai chocolate. It's about that fat.
Yeah.
Like in a bar size. I don't know how much she pays for it, in fairness. So because she just, I
But
presume it's a present.
it can't be £10 good.
I think it might even be more than that. This one's like it like takes 2 weeks to eat the bar. If it is physically impossible to eat a full bar of that in one sitting. You'd be like
sick.
You'd be spewing for a week.
Oh god!
And this is now taking this. It's one of my favourite topics. Chocolate bars. Do you remember you used to get a lot of? I love a topic. Probably
Do you still get
one of my but only in multi packs. Probably one of my favourite chocolate bars.
Yeah, they're good.
But you can. Do you remember that the Northeast used to be an area
tester.
that used to test it? Yeah, test chocolates. Yeah. So you used to get all sorts of mad stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes even now I'll talk about chocolate bars with people that'll be like, I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think we might have talked about this before. Do you remember a Cadbury Secret?
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest chocolate bars ever.
There was also something we got, which was like, it was called a pyramid. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I can.
So it was a pyramid shape with mint inside. I don't really like mint chocolate, but it was quite fun eating one of them.
That's just what I was about to say. What's a good way to spoil chocolate? By putting mint in it.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Why does anyone like minty stuff?
Even
Even toothpaste, I prefer Corsadil. You know the hard, the
fuck off.
yeah, yeah. I hate
Oh.
mint. Don't like mint at all.
I would imagine that's what like an old people's home tastes like.
Corsadil.
You lick the floor.
Oh God, you'd need some danger money for that, wouldn't you?
Aye. Are you not doing a defecation deliberation?
Well, I've had a couple of
Shit.
I've had a couple of poos, and I have got one, but I'm not sure that it's based. Considering this episode's become the what's that word? Austerity podcast. What's it called when you have to be poor and talk about poor things? And I don't feel
Austerity?
that is it? I don't feel that my defecation deliberation is applicable now. I'll give you it anyway. I was having a little muse about swimming pools.
All right.
So swimming pools, I get it. And then I thought, having never owned a swimming pool, how the hell do you fill that first swimming pool?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm only posing the questions, I don't give the answers. However, we do get some foreign people that listen to this program. And we definitely get some Yanks, and they've always got swimming pools, haven't they? So
yeah, they've got them like in their gardens.
Yeah.
We've got hot tubs, but we haven't got quite to swimming pools yet, have we?
So I'm just interested. Now, I was so interested in this defecation deliberation that I did actually look it up.
All right. What's the
So
answer? That's an answer.
This time I do have the answers. You bring in a tanker of water.
All right.
So they actually come with one of those tankers.
What did you think people were going backwards and forwards with buckets?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought you were just like put your hose pipe on and left it for like
came back a year
2
later.
weeks. Yeah. Honestly, I did. So yeah, so you come in with a tanker of water.
Do you know what I always think as well? You know when you go on holiday and there's like, well, I don't go on holiday, but I imagine this is what it's like. When you've got like them resorts with 3 or 4 pools, invariably always there's one's closed because the kids had a shit in it. Do they have to drain it and refill it, or do they just put chemicals in to get rid of all of it?
just fish it out and crack on.
And then just close it and pretend they've done something and then just reopen it.
Oh, we're putting some really harsh chemicals in here. Give it a week.
It'll filter through.
I remember once, when you've got, I don't like, as you get older, your memories of being a kid fade, don't they? Like, but you get some, like, of being very young, that just stick in your head. And one of the ones that I can remember is having a poo in the bath by accident. My dad fishing it out with his bare hands. But I can remember him kind of chasing it around the bath.
Oh my God.
And then I'm assuming picking it out and plopping it in the toilet. But, I mean, God, how old must I be? Probably only like 17 or
26. Oh,
right,
man,
on that note. So, the Garden Brewery, a collab brew with Willie Bold in Canada, a Garden Brew being in Croatia. And this was an Imperial coconut, maple syrup, and cacao stout. 8.2% ABV. Is the lager on or the lager off?
The lager is off.
Thank you
really
very
nice.
much.
However, if I had one complaint, it would be I can't taste coconut.
I think all of it's a bit washed. I don't think
What does that mean?
there's a lot of maple syrup in there either. I don't think there's a lot of coconut. There's a little bit more coconut, but
It's
it's
nice.
It's nice,
It's just-
but it's for an Imperial stout. You want a big hit, don't you? Of flavour.
Hit. And maple
It's got
syrup.
it has got flavour, but maple syrup. If you're going to say maple syrup on the can, make it taste of maple syrup.
Yeah, I want to know that I've had maple syrup. But anyway, decent.
Right. On that note,
Yep. I'll see you next time. Follow us on the Logos Off by YouTube.
no one's listening at this time. Told you if you want to do the
I'm telling you.
if you want to do the show. Hang on, let me write it down.
Oh, by the way, We're losing followers on Instagram, and I don't know what's happening.
Well, they realise we're a pair of dickheads.
I think that's probably it. Anyway, nice to see you, mate.
Ciao.
Ciao.
The log is off.